nsa asoso no ye kenkan edesom Ghana fo nyina ese wo man adwuma enwumre no sia ekasebo ensama hodo a ye de ebra wo no sa wo koye ntenta kase no eso a ya twro ni nyina ade ato ho no mo a ye DLFM.online.com wonsa ebetimi aka ensamo a ye de enam no bi na wonso watima kenkan wo beti ase pa sadan so ana ye social media handles ni nyina no so kasebo no enam so woko ye tuning app no a ye DLFM 106.9 ehon so wonsa betima ka bi wo betira wadwen na wo message no so wo pesa wo de to ase na ye kenkan ede ma won so a ye Facebook no ye stream live e wo page no eso a ye DLFM 106.9 enumre ensama hodo a ye de enam no de mu akutin bi ene se voter region ane ebekro na Keti North abeto dwa se wo suframa jampantrodu bi atimi ato amewi akire no emfuo ahodo bi asesai ema amane ni kirem se anhwe yi a na enkofo ebehwere wo madwuma e wo saa dwumadie no emu a emu nsam kasebo yi wo bete
yebebo ede awuramu e wo fanko na afeso ensewom kwantempon a mpenifo de ma contract a wonom ye no so na hobambo fo wonom je ban to jan ebo ban on potem ho no sisi ameka sei site ahodo ho no ma wonom ebo ne ma mo de yi kwan ho ban no akonfo yamfo akwato ahye wonom so awia mobile phones ene ma hodo e ka ho ye de mo nkiremu beso mo e wo kasebo nim
wapani bi a wono wa private legal practitioner na wasa kire emra e wo Ghana ha na mo ni din e de Dr. Sram Sai what they told that them say who be here sa Ghana ye better commission of Enquiry na wono mo aye hwehwemu anamobia Godfred ye bo adame watu emunsam so kasebo yi ye beka ni akirem
atiefo beka ya 2019 ena be ya tia bendwaswe na danko akufu adu na ono nkase na be de akire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ede contract ede ma chese openi a one de obo moden se ne okwakoye contract no wakosi dam e we ye Paulugu eye dam no na si ameka sei dom ko ma shebe John Ishma Bambontin ba be kiremu a chese $12 million esika no ni nyina hye kwa dam no emfaso biara amaso
na ye be ko bono mantam no monso a NPP communicators me no kase wo mobu afu ni nyina no enne se excavators ahodo a aban we ageye adaya wo mutu gadam se no wo me kire se aban we asafa kwati kwan ato ni nyina wo sumase adi a wo mo dwene ho a wo mo ntiase anu nti se NPP fo no amfa eye machines na ma ene 2024 yi kowa ni kowa de bewo ne bewo NPP fo ana e kasa ansemu yi
yababo edi awuramu awo sunyane east eye parliamentary elections ede ya neman na amafo atete wonom e kiremu a sede yakono mrahye bedwani otadwa so no nyade wo bo wonom senti no 2024 abato ne de wonom beto ede ma independent candidate
na Dr. Papa Kwasi Indium enso ede atodwa akirem se ne GN Bank na eguo ni nyina no yemfa ho so bo emo aban we ene mampani akufu ado
yebebo ede awuramu ewo Asante Maten na honom ena offense south na hye bedwani aya honamo Dr. Yaw osai Yaw opoku wakiremu a na dango akufu ado Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mo bo moden pa nanso wonom akwa ompotem wonom de ni nyina asa de set mpanifo emesiesi emfama wonom
enti womanfo ni adehye ensem ne pika we hu na nwumre yi yede eba besom Ghana fo nyina ese woman adwuma anwumre no sia ekasebo wo ba ye Facebook no eso a ye DLFM 106.9 yede videos and pictures of Gan ne nyina so yede be kire ama won so watimi ahwe bi akenkanfo mienu edia mejeso eye Gangster Cat ya mitenkura Okogyeabour Ocran
Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bi
ebraso sa obedwudra da mu ese keji madamu a wo bi akwada zip na ensam no yenkan enkire mu fama ho Yametiefo akwaba na yenhye kasebo no ase yenhye kasebo na se a na yekọ Keti North mense no emu ewo fragmenta mu mene wo ekasai wo suframa jampantrodo atimi ato ema ewi akire no asase yantam bese 450 acres a empenfo ade ayefuo no ne nyina ayade a ensuo yi atimi atwa faso a ne nyina no atimi ayiri asai kura na wei enam so ma wo mu kirem se ahwe yi a na Ghana for emabunu bese wo ha ani aduonum 150 ana sabre ahwe yi a wo madwuma ebetimi abo wonum efiri se eye chese farm a afa eye mabunu dodo no a wadwumam ama wo nso ensetimi kwa wo ma no nanso obi hu ade a efire so bete bayira homemu a wosuframa jampantrodoa afa ama kyerese gates akese yiri wonsu ahodo nso atimi ayiri esobontia ahodo nso atimi ayiri emewi akire no eyade se efudie ni nyina no atimi asaye na efo ya eka ho asem no wonom akirem se eyebese 100 acres eye farmland a eye Maflex farms ni nyina mo no mene okasa atimi asayi na amanebo ni kirem se wo sika twitwiri dia atimi akosa efo no mu a eye 1.5 million dollars ana empenfo ekekire to hono mu a wonum ede aye efo etesa na so mene okasa yi ade se wo subrantam agere se wo suframa ede akire atimi asa no a aye awehosempa na se wodru voter regional se ka eye Maflex farms a eye trese major agricultural eye employer eba enfudie ani kwawe a trese wo yobi a watimi afa mabuna dwuma mu pa be se 200 workers a trese ni nie mu no eho ana wo mu nso ensa etimi kwa wo ma no na so dia ye de empenfo de to dwachirem se ahwe yi a na sesi ano efuo no a enam so ma monsa koma no no se efuo no atimi asaye a ahwe ya na trese emabunu so a wo mu anya adwuma ye wo mu no wo mu nso anu aduane atimi abo wo no firi se ye beyi bebre no adi Dr. Felix Kamasa wono ano ye chief executive officer ede Emma Maflex Trucks Ghana Limited wobra wone sem trofo di nkomo no wotirem se de enso na ye no aya to rentem pa na anhwe ya workers no ana wobepam bebre ama wakofie firi se adwuma no asai.
Most of the farm is gone. It will take like 3 months of some of the crop we are going to plant a new crop. Nobody know what will happen. The rain weather will continue, but it will take 3 months or 6 months for the farm to get back running properly, because we are going to stop some of our activities and invite the experts in place. So within that 6 months, already we had a lot of losses. We are here to engage the Ministry of Agriculture to see how best they can also come and see the level of damage. Then we'll see the way forward, because the greenhouses, 20 of them, they have the issue, it's gone. And with our own view of what happened, and then based on our operation strategy, what we have on plan, about $1.5 million is gone, which we think because the irrigation and all those things is gone. Thing happen. It destroy our offices, it destroy our irrigation, the major pump station. Most of our 30 acres of okra also emerge in the water, and then the aubergine, the vegetable, all the vegetable we have damage, because vegetable you have to be closer accessibility to water is one of the key. So basically that's what happened.
Now Dr. Felix Kamasa esa do to asuchire mu se baby adru ne de ayo hawo kese enu nti wode ade sere de eto Ghana ban nim se wo mra ne nsra ban mu na no ana wo chirem se ye ebra so se wo mo a eye emfu akese eye farming on a larger scale no wo be sere pass nka yempa ensiachi ba eye insurance bi na nka yemfa ema akuafo a eye sa eduma ne se de be ya atorentem bi etesa ne ba da achi bia no wo moto wo msa ebetimi ato bibi eso. Dr. Esa de Toasu say,
like today, for example, we are expecting about 154 workers on the field. The national service 46. But when the thing happened, only a few people turn up on the farm, and then the casual workers, they are the people we normally use in terms of harvest. We are not going to have time and be paying the casual workers. Maybe it's going to be only the permanent staff based on the contract we have, because it's not they want the incident to happen. So definitely we have to continue paying them. So because we plan, this is a time for us to expand, to employ more people, more workers. So when this happens, it changes our direction of our operation. As a management, we have to sit down and look at it. We are not going to employ anybody now. We are going to continue what we have and stop the casual workers and because we do a couple of vegetables, they are short-term crops, and wait for that 3 month, 6 month time before we'll be thinking about getting people on board. So basically it's going to affect employment, because in this community, this is a major community, we employ a lot of the community-based people, take a lot of national service. So when this thing happens, it's going to stop. So employment is going to affect employment, because this year we have a roadmap, we want to employ a lot of people on the farm.
Enti enia yeti ye chief executive officer Emma Maflex Trucks Ghana Limited. Nedi ede Dr. Felix Kamasa ana sa oba ye Facebook no so a obehwe emfu ahodo a enso no atimi ase no a ehadwen ye papapa we na wonam so kirem se anhwe ye na workers be se 200 no ye bele bebre na of anase ye be pam bebre ama wo makofiri se adwuma no eyade se atimi ase ye na enweche no ana Edem Agbana were NDC parliamentary candidate ewo Ketunov wobra ensamtwerofo ene no edi nkomo no wono so ade atu dwasere se ehu benya sesese no aboafo etime ba mu se de beya emabu no asese wo modwuma ebehwere wo mo no wo so betimanya bibi ede wo sanso so wo kire se ebraso se edom ene mpempe wo mo akabie wom ene wo mo wo se bie wom no wo mo nyina mra on board we na wo meboa emabu no efiri se adwuma no efiri wo mo nsa no.
And Netflix is the biggest employer in this area because there's no institution or factory that employs even quarter of the number of people that Netflix alone employs. So we are deeply concerned and we hope it does not lead to job losses and all of that. And so we are here to basically encourage them and let them know that we are with them, and we hope that they bounce out of this challenge even stronger. And we're also calling on government to come on board and support. If there is a way they can provide some sort of relief or incentive, just as other companies, institutions go through challenges.
And there NDC parliamentary candidate Emma Ketunov, Ura Edem Agbana, and Odessa Semwe Eto Idra.
Ya twaka sebono so ane yegyina mu ewa nkrapompre matanum na honom ne yakwa kopiem wone ofanko ene nsewom kwantempo a empenifo de ama contract ze empenifo hwe na kwan atete apansam no wonom ensiesie mfama adehia ewo mpotem ehonom na no na ahobambofo mbomoden eto ban egeban mpotem honom ehwe se eniama hodo a contractor no edidi djuma wo site honom no akronfo ntumi ko wia na anadwo ntino mbomoden eboban na no na ndurada fofia ntoata na wadware aba mo agese akronfo yamfo akwato ahye metwe security gas ne so ekwakwa on mobile phones and avis nema ahodo aye personal items a akronfo yi ede adwane eko na enka ne kirema sa akwanhia we no esi endrada no patututututu na sa akronfo techi amwai ekwato hye aye security gas ya wono ehwe sate isui ewe ya wono ne obebere na ede koye na senior project manager Abdullahi Mahama emo ne sam trafo kasa na okirem so asem we no ha adwen ye pefri se enema hodo akronfo ni wia ni bi na mobile phones and afis enema hodo aka ho bia security gas ne dia na akronfo yi etimi ewia wono no kire mu ache se ekwa fa so akronfo etimi wia wono ne se won bomba de kire wono msa e dia homa kire ompampe se de aja emperifo ka se mi so tumufo we so tumi wa oro aka wa de fo betintene otumi kire security gas no yiro ompampe de ombo oduam na ne wono wia mobile phones ne ma hodo aka ho a security gas yi e dia na wakasa na wasa kire mu se ayade asa akronfo yamfo no dwumadi a omudie na ta koso pa mpotem hono ma umakwa akobọ mpelifo amane se ne manimi no Ghana police be so mla mo afiri se de dwumadi ne ko mpotem hono mo no e do no nkwa na afi so niam wono madidi dwuma wo kwan no so no etu esen mo pa emno kasa na o kirem so na yade a ka bia efiri bokena faso a eba nkrabo premantem na beseye edisi eye nsawam na afi so ofankwa mpotem wo kwan mo ye ne so ne no ana akronfo bo omutirimu pose ne se de tibeka ya se de niam ahodo ewo ma eja pade de yen konko wi na se security gas na yese de be ne yempene na mkwaje ban to ban no na akronfo no ho ya dense na wodo muntina mo yere ompampe ewe ya mo hu ne ma nyina e de free mpotem ho mo no na mna senior project manager Abdullahi Mahama ene santwerefo edi nkomo no emu enchiremu nie.
Apparently one of the Burkinabe or the foreign track was developed a sport in that particular section. And as usual, when there's some of these forces, we make it a target. To be able to go and release the cities in those tracks. So one of the city men informed us that around 4:45 a.m., a camera truck, a car, there is a camera, but he didn't get the registration number. It's a black vehicle. Go to that location, then approach the security in the I think where they tied the security men, and then they moved the car out, and then they attacked two other men who were.
Eni a woti ye senior project manager Abdullahi Mahama ori na akopiem e won nsawam na afenso ofa kwa kwantempon project e koso on da no e na wote nene no
yento adwumre no sia kase bo no so e wo DLFM 106.9 eswa bo mode so do message ni nyina so ebebre yen e wo Facebook no ase DLFM 106.9 na oba yen Facebook no so a ene ofanko poku ase kwantempon no ana kirese ye da so na kirese wo chiman na ono to baje bana krofo akowia no ye kurom ha who watches the watchman yento akase no so ye febi ye shede yento akase bo no so akwanim mene wakasa yi ensem kese bi eda Ghana yenkoto no anim na nyina no ene se eye minority leader awo no woye emrahye bedwani ewo adwumako enyan asiem abato mpesua so honorable Dr. Kesala say etia ba nwa so maka na mampane John Dramani Mahama na enso oye president no Ghana ekoto ambulance ahudo bi ebai na ambulance ne ho nsam no akoye pinso ma sesi amno kasa yi ye de mpanifo bi akwakwagina mu ewo court na wonu mu a yabo wo so head accused no wo mu a yabo wo so bodo to so miensa Richard Dapa wo bra wo pane no wo fro simpie ni apa wone court no edi nkomo na wo kirem se Attorney General Godfred Eboadame obi a wafa kwati kwan abeka kire wono Richard Dapa ne se woni adanse kurumu entia Dr. Kesel Atoforsen se ne be ya wono Godfred Eboa no wo betime anya akwanuase be so na wode ageli honorable Dr. Kesel Atoforsen sansam ne ba ye no Ghana fo nyina no ekirem se da bi eba ne sen ana Attorney General wotime etu na mo bi a etesa na sansam ada ho no se bimpane se akwatwa ne akwatwa Ninia ene foforo abetomu di abetomu ene se a private legal practitioner wono was a law lecturer ne di the Dr. Justice Sram Sai wo de to da them se wo hwe ensamo a Richard Dapa wo kan ye se anamobi a Godfred Eboadame wotuo no a ene na eho behia se Ghana yete ba asumga Commission of Enquiry na wonum ehwehwemu na yehunu se ampa ensamo a third accused ne eka ye ede ato Attorney General so no no kure wo kirem se saye no kure de na kire se Ghana atamu odwa no esi ne dress pa se mosquito coil enu nti eba ne sanso a entime emoa ematantre ne entime enkonkane we enam so ama Dr. Sram Sai ekirem se ehu behia se animoni mu ya no ye forme Commission of Enquiry na yetime hwehwemu na se ekoba se Attorney General awono aban lawyer pene no wo to na mobi etesa ewosumase a na chese ehu ese atomota forest na hanso de magana yatemu adwuma no wo bra Dr. Sram Sai wo kasa ne munsem ne.
This has never happened in our jurisdiction. I'm not aware that these things have happened before. How we handle this is going to define how we respect criminal justice throughout generations to come. When things like this happen, let's go back to history. When strange things happen in a country and things they've never happened before, what we often do is to set up a commission of inquiry. So if you look at all the commissions of inquiry from May 9 disaster, from all the commissions of inquiry, it is when things like this happen, which have never happened before, and we want an honest and open conversations about them, and we want a permanent solution to some of these things, we set up a commission of inquiry to have an open conversation. And
that's what you are leaning towards.
That is what I think has happened on this, because it goes beyond a simple trial of some 2-3 people. It goes deep into the criminal justice system. We should be looking at a commission of inquiry, or at least a parliamentary inquiry into this.
Enti eni ayeti ye private legal practitioner was akire emra e Ghana ha ne di the Dr. Justice Sram Sai ana ode sansem we atodwa na enu achi ana lawyer Samson Ladi Anyanini wono so ade tudwa na wo kirem se ensamo a Dr. Sram Sai aka no wota akire pa esese bio nantwie ene nantwie no ma efese sa ensam no a wo mo akirem se Attorney General Godfred Eboadame san komo na wakodi ni wosumase no how kase enu nti obesre se eku ahudu akabie wo nyina so emra bonten na wo mo hwe se atentri na betima koso na Commission of Enquiry nso atimi abaso ni ehunu asem no mu no kurefiri se wonya dagie ega aboatate a ana hu ne brebo.
If such an allegation bordering on crime as far as sections 213, 212 and 213 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act are concerned, when and again the witness too must be presently aware that if what he's saying is lying on oath, then he could also be caught by section 210 about perjury, which is lying on oath, which is a second-degree felony, which means he could be looking up to 10 years in jail. So he may be frustrated, but to say the things he says and considering the consequences of the things he says, I would think that they are serious enough, warranting the attention of the right institutions for what has to be done.
And yeah, lawyer Samson Ladi Anyanini ana wono so dia tudwa na wo kirem se ampa se Commission of Enquiry no ebemu a ebehunu se ampa se Attorney General Godfred Eboadame anamo a wotu ye no no kure ana se enya no kure na eno achi ana former director Edema Ghana School of Law was private legal practitioner wa lawyer ni ne din ede ansa asare wode ato Ghana wetirem se animu ya no se Attorney General Godfred Eboadame se ferie e wona ni so a won resign won si from free se wa gu Ghana atemu no animu ase papa ai de kwase Ghana yesoso so eno so munsem nie.
At the material time that these meetings took place, or this meeting took place, Mr. Jakpa was not represented by counsel. Now, if you look at 1079, a person, an attorney general or prosecution can do these plea negotiations either with the attorney general either with the accused person or his counsel. Now, this particular accused person, in the course of this trial, has changed lawyers about 4 times. This particular accused person started with, I think the lawyer on record initially was Randolph Tumisi, and then moved on to, I think, one Ekokosa.
But I'm not sure there was any point in time that he did not have representation.
You would realize that even when he was asked to open his defense, he did not have a lawyer. So there were several instances where he did not have a lawyer.
Okay.
There were several instances when he did not come to court, there was not even a lawyer in court representing him. So at the time the incident happened, he did not have a lawyer.
Enti eni a yeti yi eye kane panimpa no ono eye pani kwankyerefo a woda eye Ghana School of Law ano wo ye private legal practitioner ne din e de ansa asare ana wo chirim se Attorney General Godfred Eboadame won si form animu ya efiri se eye anim kwase pa
ye toa kasebo no so ne ye bodi awuramu e wo dom kuma e wa mahyebedwom akasa e chiremu a ensem bi ha pa ese Ghana for Bamaden ne ye prefere se nema bi e koso na danko akufuado Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mamu no e ha adwen ye pa ene e bi se dom kuma ne se na mode pa na e ha mo pese mo count na mo se hwemu ndemu ntira ukopiem o Paulugu eye multi-purpose dam project a e koso we no Upper East region ni mu a e ha adwen ye papa wo kiremu a 2019 na danko akufuado ene bi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e be fa Ghana banwa itina so pe no mbo moden awode contract di e de ma contractors o moden na wo hwe na mpotem ho no muntumi nya irrigation dam kese mfama wonum se be ya wonum am ye mfu awdo mpotem ho no won betimi nya nsuo de adwuma na Ghana fo nso yenya no ba ye pa etumi ade na Ghana ye fu etumi ade hwede hwe ne ye ho etumi ato ye pa na openi a ono kodi wonum anim ekwa kire chese dom kuma wo na hye bedwam no eye John Ginapo o kasa na o kire mu se ha dwe papa pe firi se ehwuma wa ye pa e kire mu a $12 million enye sika keto akora chese na danko akufu dem pia manyoku abomoden atem sika wei ade ama contract ema yesi ameke sei aye sika huna sika wei no ahye kwa free sei adwumadi nkofo ne di wonpotem no no kwa hwema wa ye kwa mpokyire mu sei contract na abomoden apa ba bia fa chese adwumadi no enya ade a ekoso kranti sa na ma na ekoso no ha omo pa na mena odi eye committee na nim kopie ho no odi nsam sei ena ede tuja.
I can confirm to you that so far almost $12 million has been paid to the contractor. At today's exchange rate of about 16 cedi, that translates to about 192 million Ghana cedis. And as you can see, nothing, and I mean nothing, is being done yet. This is the taxpayers' money wasted. We visited the site for the constructor, and you can attest, the contractor has packed and left sites.
Enwachi ena mashebedwane edeme yapekusogu John Ginapo oni samchirefo kasa na ochirem so ha adwen ye pa efiri se wo hwe sika twitwi de a eje omanga na sika nke betimi de abo man ho bra ema na nyama bebre na nka Ghana ye betimi de aye oman ye betimi anya mu mfaso nanso se sika we na danko akufu ado Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia atem sika we ede achakwa Ghana for enya so mfaso bia ne sent no montena se nya hwahan ombambode amonu adi nsam na chi kopem se enipa biara fa wonom se sika we ahyekwa no
we would activate all the parliamentary processes to retrieve that amount of money, almost 200 million cedis, that has been dashed to this contractor. Somebody must be held liable. Somebody must be held accountable. 200 million cedis is no small money. $12 million can do a lot in this country. So we would use every legitimate means, every legal means to retrieve the money and punish those who have caused this crime, financial crime, and financial loss to the states.
Eni awuti ye yapekusogu mashebedwane John Ginapo eno wachi na Edward Power oye member of parliament Edema Bongo constituency no ono kuro yanso committee member ewo dom kuma wo mashebedwam eno wakasa na wachire mse odi aban ho ya opa efiri se wo hwa na mo na danko akufu ado Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia L2 power sa project we hu na wadi amanfo a wonpotem ho nyina abro efiri se wo hwa se da dwumede na akwa na nya de abebo akora afin so ɔde to Ghana man nyina nim sɛ enche bia December 7th no Ghana man nyina be kwesi nanim akwakoto aba apa mampende senti Ghana fo nyina wa moden koto aba no mampende da John Dramani Mahama onu kuto no ba obetuma toto ne ma Ghana etimi akona demo.
We visited the chief, and the chief was so sad. He tried as much as possible to be apolitical. That he was talking about development. Even the route that we took to this place suggests that there was no intention to have anything done. But usually for very major construction or projects like this, usually there are some infrastructure that is always created first to allow vehicles to come in and other things. It was so terrible. And so, just as my ranking indicated, this is a project that actually, if you look at some of the feasibility studies that had been done under the NDC. So this is a project that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama would prioritize. And
Eni a woti ye na shebedwane Edema Bongo constituency no ne den Edward Bawa eno achi ono hene papa a oda eye Paulugu eye mensini ano eye kunaba tia shaibu ono so kire ma odina danko akufu ado na bedi akire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho ya pa e free say na nka obi anhya o so mmehye bo mpotem na nso bosho mo abehya yi ono so kwagina wo de to manfo anim so mbete dende na nso bosha no modern can promise abosha no mandi so ni senti no amanfo bedi ne ho ya pa free say o hye bosha se de ti ba dwuma de ne bekoso afri so de ato aba anim say se be ya ne din a ebeta dwuma de ne ho no ni se be kana nim nyama wa hwede nti no moden say bo moden na bosha wa hye no obedi ne bosha so
na wo ba promise so mba ya na ade na ye ya so bia ni o ka ho hye ma ayese se wo ba ka se mba ya na won ye eno na me di ka tumofo mo promise no party for DLFM 106.9. Odi tumuni biya na koye ameka no meka biya hindi no yesa na die ya pre ana bibia da yakuma si ye nyankopon ba ye bia ebobo so hwande no odi bebo but man ko profession man for say me si me ya mba ye si ubiya ya na koye oto
eni a woti ye oyo hene popoa Edema Paulugu kunaba tia shaibu
Yentu akasebo no so na yenkwa yanim ewo ensamfoforo emu a na yebo ade awuramu ewo bono mantam no emu na NPP eye wo so no amanyuko no wonom ewo communicators a wo mko radio so ekodi nketahudi ahodo ema NPP amanyuko na wo mko kodi adanse edefa NPP amanyuko no eho ena me no kasai adanfo padane apeto efrese wo mo kirem se ensem bi ekoso a wodwene ho a wonte ase na ase NPP amanyuko no ani aban we no se adwuma wonom communicators ni ye nyina no wo mo buo mo se bi ayi so ahutiri bonko sofo ase wo mo de wo mo nim nyansa kura na ene wo mayensam shofo nhye mo nyina no ene se eye excavators ahodo tipper trucks ahodo a aban we ba ye ene trese caterpillar ahodo excavators a aban we jeje ewo eye bono manta mo no wo mo trese se ni nyina no atimi ayira a trese aban we ene NPP amanyuko no wo mo amanyuko no atimi afakwati kwan aton ni nyina adi na wo mo ebisa mpanifo a wo mo enye wo mo adwene se wo mo edi mo papa bi edema wonom wo mo trese de ba ko a ehina ye wo mo tan kura no ene se wuduru buru east important hono mo anasa buru mantem hono mo a wo mo akwan nyina se nanso ni grader ene caterpillar hodo no a eya regional coordinating council no dia no esese nke bia campaign for mpode ma wonom na nka ye di egredi akwan hodo so ma wo mo ni nyina no se na empanifo yi afakwati kwan aton ni nyina di eno ntefiti na ekure se bio wo mo so nyankwasiafo se wo mbetena radio so e defend NPP biem efre se wo mo hunu se NPP fo no wo mo mpanifo ni nyina no eya dufuru pefo eno nti no se wo mekwa radio so a communicate pa biem e de ma NPP de ene nka gwa wo bra wo mo ne samtrofo di nkomo no de wo ye leader e de ma NPP communicators no eya Abubakar Yakubu wo kasa ne musem ne.
We have decided to turn our effort to the Regional Coordinating Council since they are and have been in charge of the trucks in the region for and on behalf of government. Who authorized the auction of the trucks and why? 2. Why did the authorities pack the trucks when the assemblies needed them for reshaping and other activities? Who are those the trucks were auctioned to? Is the New Patriotic Party in the region aware of this development? Was the auction advertised in accordance with Auction Sales Act? These are our questions and we shall wait for the answers before we go back to the studios. As communication officers and our people, our members.
Any yeti yedo, NPP communicators are one ewo buno mantam no emo wo bu afu pa kire se sampen fo do mo sa hyebo ase a wa bone sa chenchan etodwe enunti se bi wo mo so enyamoa se wo mekọ radio so akoye communication e dia ma NPP na caterpillar hodo excavators any grader ni nyina no NPP for penning for be fa ni nyina ton adie enu nti wo mo enko radio so biem we no eye indefinite strike na enu achi na wo mo kirem se wonom ade eye ebrekuma bi eto ho atwempanifo se ensema wo mo busa no se NPP for penninfo ni aban no ama bonten amekire ba bia excavators no wode a ene Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia won't forget it kura if it's a communication one be ni nyina no one be de atia Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia frɛ sɛ wɔka ho bi ana sɛ bio esuma se kuro no otesa no akoso e wo bono mantam no emu.
From tomorrow, no communicator from the New Patriotic Party will define the party in the region until 1, the questions are educatedly answered. In 3 days. 2, the tracks are retrieved and kept for the assemblies to use. We shall resist any attempt by anyone within or outside the party that will foster hatred for the party, because we need the tracks for the assemblies to use for reshaping and others to augment the
enti eni ayeti yeyi eye wopane Yakubu ana womubuafo no womokyere sese de excavators ne nyina no aban we ni MPP for mpanimfo no wo mo amadekuo no wo mafa esumase abone se todwe emusam eno no yento akasebo no so adaso a ewosunyane na we de ye kwa kopie mu ewosunyane east eno no wobono region nim na Ghana fo nyina baka ekopie mu sunyane east region nim de a na se mashabedwa ko nyana da ho no mo de se de tie bia no eye MPP amanyoko ne o matena so enfie bebre ni na kopie ho no mo asese amekese mashabedwa ne o tia banwa so de ma wonom eye kwasi eye onabo kwasi ameyo kyereme no na oti eye mashabedwa ko nwa so se MPP na je se o kwa kwagina woni mpre enum so na na ese amekese yi eye sunyan east fo ani abre e kyereme papa betena ko nwa so no o mama na kwanya bebre na nanso mfaso pa se o man ni nya wo mpotem ho no mo de nyame anim de kure ni wonim nya no sumfaso obi ende o masesa o madwenti o masu e de afre openia ne din de eye Ransford entwi se wono no mama boa wono mefiri se na se badwa ko nwane aba o mato ato no mfre bebre nim no enya de wonom enya sumfaso obi ende senti eye Ransford entwi so etie wono su fe kyerem ase de etie makogina se bebetimi nya boa na ma se badwa ko nwa eda ho ewa yabunu isa se sunyane east no watimi adinkuno de ama adehia ewo sunyane east o kasa na o kyerem se de enti a wotu sa na mo ni nyina ne se o so bo maden akwa mono na yakwa na mo no ma bobra hu ni se o manyimu emperifa do ade akonwa de ma wonom se o meboa eye no o manfo no enya de o meboa efriza wo hwe ma se bedwe na o ta akonwa yisu ya kyese na fu ani de obeye na busua ho nkuto no odwen na pa so obaboa na yesunyane is constituency no atimi abobra ko wonom de enya de ehia ne ba akokora ne senti amanfo na afra ne de ase de tie bia no obetie wonom bo hye ne wo bomaden na ono so waye ne sadia ma wonom ode nsam wanyina tu dwa mna okokohia nananom eye sunyane traditional council ana afisu eye regional chief imam no no kodi nkoma no wo kyerem sei anamo ene omusufra wo mo afra no watie omusufra no so bomaden so ba kogina ne wa pre ma hye bedwa no ekonwa ne wadi nkonim ede ma ade hye wo mpotem wonom.
Whoever knows me will tell you that I never wanted to do politics. I felt I could do something without necessarily getting involved. But at some point I felt that the calls were so huge that I had to listen. I have built strong network, so I thought that this will benefit my constituency. And I believe that when I have the mandate, I am going to do well as an MP.
And wachi and I was for entry okwa kwagina mu se kwanten kro akwatu frank ha wosunyan is esa kyerema one de ensa oni asɛmtin tribia na waka na wondo kaka nyina ne sɛ opese omoto abane ma na oba pa de sɛ mpuntuo de ontwa nachi emfa nya sunani is bɔn ho mɔden sɛ de obetimi agye bia mpuntuo aba mpotem ho de obɛyɛ de abo ade hye ɛwɔ mpotem ho nom.
It's never about MPP or NDC. It's about Sunyane. It is not because I feel it is an opportunity to amass wealth. No, I feel it is an opportunity to serve my people. And over the years, they have known me. I'm not someone who is selfish, greedy. I have tried to mentor people. I have tried to train people to become entrepreneurs. And I believe that when I become MP, I'm going to offer the leadership that has been lacking over the years to ensure that Sunyane gets its fair share of the national cake.
Any awoti ay independent candidate at the Masunyane East Parliamentary about a beto ede yanimi a Ransford entry ene na wote ene eno wachi na kwamu hene at the Masunyane traditional area na na kwaku saben so kyerem adeshom tete Sunyane East nyina ototo sra mu ada samoba wu akwanse adum pam kokro motiri ne de yakopon anim nukre mo mpaye na munya na ho no afiri say Ransford entry wa ne pa ede mamu ne senti moto abana montoma no.
Sunya ye bre and boase no dawson or how no dawson, but we need somebody here will be what is this year come and fight for us. And I know to know what you want to waba dia dey say ya team mamuli ye say ye kire ye do near the kokromoti we ba ko pay the team and the man. No
Any awuti ye aye Sunyane traditional area ono na ye panipa oye akwamuhyen e wonpotem honom na nakwaku saben ene na wote ye no oye boss pa wa kire mu se enimguase no aye dodo
yanto akase bo no so na yankwa yanimu a Ghana for messages no so aba ebi aba wo Facebook no so a etemu pass ba be hinin tosi abomu na wodoyi edifretema ana wo so otie kase bo no papa kire se enya asam kotoa na obeka de akire Ghana for nyina se hwena wo mo anto aba na amfa ma dondom ani mahama ayo ana wodoyi makandada ana Claire Jesse mentor ana o si DLFM emuda ho wo se kase bo no mo de sano manam ana mamom Belinda ana o si good evening wofa ye wofa papa bi wo se kase bo no dem se Methodist for him book wo Adenta House and Down Dr. Down Blow with the fibrim so apeusika ana o say one thing that should be great concern to a true Ghanaian citizen is to ensure NPP returns to opposition. And was say Ghana for one twaba and for entire NPP free say the IND ayen sembia. Anna Lambon Nepe Lydia was say good evening Wafa. I am watching you live every North Kaneshi. Was see DLFM, you are the best. In fact, Kasebon mo de pa na men country Kwadwo Sammy say wa we as say team tem. Anna captain with no armband. Was say wafa majo more for say and was wo take as a bono pa somewhere in Africa. Yada say Anna DJ when ye I abafem DJ Opa de more Felix and was wo take as a bono every Kumasi Swame and was say in fact then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and NPP party all things are possible. Okay, yeah, that's it. Anna Kofi Adjuma black man was inside Pig Farm Accra. Was a kasebone dem. Anna Kofi Parliament was who would the free Aguna Bobikuma and was say the youths in Ghana arise and arise again for Nana Kwame Bedia Kon Cheddar and on also Diaba. Nana Ekwia Moaboateng was say Ghanaian should say no to incompetent deceitful NDC. Ayo, Anna Derek Aito was what me ajo. Yet wakas yebono swako anymore. Ye kwa kopiem ewo pani a wono ana na basa so Progressive People's Party PPP eba ye Dr. Papa Kwesi Indium na wono ana Indium group of companies ne dia na dwumako yase no ana na GN Bank nso ehye na se Ghana for beka ye 2019 wabra na Ken Oforiata finance minister no ana wafa carpenter for hama ana ode hwe bank no mu se kwai dwiri gu fo mu a mene wo ekasa GN Bank no egukura adane nkokoduo na enam so ma Papa Kwesi Indium wa dwodwo kura se ntomago asese wokotena burotira fe na wabaga na woka kakra na papa yi kire se ne bank no a eguo ni nyina no yemfa ho sobo mampani Akufo-Addo ene NPP abai efri se ebra na GN Bank gira na so no wono Papa Kwesi Indium we yisika twitwiri die edeboa aban we se na be ya contractor fo na adwuma ede amaga na ban no womo ebetimi awie womo adwuma nanso wotire mu abesia no a wonam GN Bank so ede ma mampani Akufo-Addo ene NPP fo no enya de se mampani ene aban we wo mutuaye na eno ka ho bi ana ne bank no eguo efri se ye de wofi hunsu ana no ana adwene wotirem se emra Ken Oforiata beka se GN Bank ni ahode no wo se eye ne nwanwa efri se sika twitwiri die no a wono wode ma mampani Akufo-Addo ene NPP aban we no sanka aban we etua na ade de ma no a anka enya ne se ja GN Bank no adane gobe no a esi ho no enu nti eye ne ya na emo beka de akire Ghana fo nyina se papa wo ye ede ma aban we se na be ya aban we be nya sika de tra contract sika na enne ne nyina dane ne so asemo a finance minister egu ne bank ede amano no aban we mampani Akufo-Addo ana hye Emma Ken Oforiata egu ne bank no Dr. Papa Kwesi Indium ninsem ne
you don't go and dig a hole in the ground and then when you come I go and dig it back up and say, here's your 1,000 or 2,000 Ghana cedis. We invest the money. And when you invest the money, it means you give loans, you give credits, you pre-finance or finance activities. And because we know the importance of infrastructure development in this country, we decided, Group Indo, not just GN Bank, but Group Indo, including what used to be called Gold Coast, now Black Shield. We decided that what Ghana needs the most is infrastructure development. And if nobody's credit is good, should that include government? Government's credit should be good, not so. So if you decide to give money, credit, to finance the activities of Ghanaian contractors, that money, it should come back. So where is that money?
Enti, where is that money? Wo bisa, se sika no wode ma ban we no. Sika no wo he fanti ba ne sai ana kwasi adam tatwene mu amada mo ho a mo sa beka sa na GN Bank ne eni ahoden. Dr. Papa kwasi Indium ana ebusa sansem wo ba ye Facebook no so a eni papa ni tirem ho dwene ne na bodwe se ne nyina no aye fita kama a wonyine na yefe pa kama pa ana ehwan ni Ike Yebo Asante was a fantastic news by all standard ana Yebo Godfred was a greetings to you all na what ya captain with no boot was it a captain with no boot you mo ya da say ebusho yengina we so ne na ye homra apakan je chatra say na agoprama so nse mo mfa ensom yen ye wi beba wonchen na sofa na yenso sofa no ye de ato aso se woni credit ya borobi ye ba sese a
DL News.
FM kasafidie so ene enwumre no nsia kase ebo so mre wedu se agudie mu nsama woso aya boabo no abusua ye de ba ne ye de bedan na hu ne yekọ ene ne ba e agudie mu nsampi na ene eguyan pronso ye de ba Ghana agudie mu nsam and of course nkrofon close de latest any exclusives no ya boabo ne nyina no a abusua ye ba ne ye abesom na enwumre yi e no nsia kase ebo so mi amede nsam ne ba no edi ameji so no e ya Yesu ano de hye apakan the Blessed King sena ye nananum kan sebe ye bodam edi fifie anse ne ye de akwa abontinti no ye nsha agudie mu nsem na asem fan fifie ye wi ane ye wi e won krofon kroso na mensha se emfan fi Ghana National Under 17 the Black Starlet of Ghana omakache na ebusia onim se wafu zombi no eguso a ekoso e wo Ghana na dano memre da ene ye ne Burkina Faso edi semi final game edi boani na nka Ghana ye hwe ni se betumi anya nkunimdie no na boa Under 17 Afcon proper no yetimi qualify ni akọ na so fofie antwata ema na dware abamu game no kwawie no na Burkina Faso achinya boyen ka polmienu ema yetuma temu ba kontimi no kasai Ghana yentumi qualify ankopiem Under 17 Afcon na final no yentumi qualify na after the game no Laye Kingston oye head coach Edema the Black Starlet no o kasai o say oye disappointed sem rantie no entumi qualify na mo da na din de onye disappointed o se okofie no enne no nani abeje se enne no emmone mo amrante ne eda na de o se Under 17 bo no ma bo no o ma kire se Under 17 no e future.
For me, they've done very, very well, and where we've developed them to, it's the only thing we can have is encourage them, and they should have that winning mentality, winning mindset. But for me, technically, tactically, they are solid. But the future lies with the FA. I know Ghanaians, we want results, and for me, I'm disappointed that we did not qualify, but I'm not disappointed about our performance. I will go home with my head up because I know these boys are putting work.
Ebusia Laye Kingston our head coach Edema the Black Starlet and watenenka say oye disappointed so men to man qualify no no e mo amrante na eda na di na wosoro inti onye disappointed yere won some edi amount na after say all this answer we atu dwawe no na ose o wasemi kan samben a ose for the past 6-7 months why adwuma as a head coach Edema the Black Starlet no enyama bebre na akoso ose mro mu fi Russia buy no o decide so mo qualify or be resign into near team to man qualify no officially or announce a resignation as a head coach for the Black Starlet.
I focus more on my coaching career, educate myself well to make sure I come back, change the narrative. The investment I put in myself, all because I want to change something in Ghana football. And for me, for these 6-7 months, I've given my all. I've done my part as a technical person, as a coach. I've done my part.
Laye Kingston, a head coach, the Black Starlet of Ghana, and Ebusia Watenen Kano. Ebusia Yantuan Samana Sodia Yanko Piemo, our Ghana Premier League num, na Yamfa a matches na tutoja, and a whole resort, and from the match day 31. Down memory that result, a Piemo say NT, Rihanna Stars 1 Nation Services 0, Accra Lions 3, Becham United 0, and Accra United 2, in Swatreman 1. Kwesiada and game servers to say na team Asante Kotoko Chiaso football my kamienwa omo entmente Steven Mukwala and a share 2 goals no Great Olympics 3 Brekun Chelsea 2 and a Babiani Gold Stars 2 Dreams 1 Bofakwatano 0 Mediama Sporting Club 2 and RTU 1, Legon Cities 0, Heart of Lions 2, Samate 0, Lake Table no, Samate Serikan 55 points and more, Adriana Tosimiano almost 49, and Mediama, Tosimian San almost 49, Oshe Kumasia Santikotwa 9th position, almost 43 points, and Bobo Kwa, Yefene Heart of Folk, almost that 14th position, almost 38 points, Asia Ono, Great Olympics 16th, 36 points, 17th, Bofakwa 33 points, and RTU to 18th position or 31 points. After the game, no coaches no Edin Komo, Kumasia Santikot Kobo Hasofok Ekamienwa, or Mantumiante, Dr. Prospana Togum, a head coach Edema Santikot Kose, or happy, sir, for the first time in so many years, no, or Metumachi Hasofok, Ashomo back to back, first leg, no more Shomo, and a second leg, Yoma Beshon, or say beating Hasofok, no, back to back, and Yeezy, a Hona Cassia, Edemani group of players way.
Beating House of Folk back. It's not an easy job, so I'm happy. I think it's an honor for this group of players.
Asempa 8 ya Dr. Prosper Natogum Kotoko coach ana watenen kano Abubakar Watara head coach Adema Bobo kwa ya friend Accra Heart of Folk we no se anya kasa tintim bia obebo Kotoko team na baso on the day no Heart of Folk money na wo fam ena Kotoko team no money na wo soro ena Kotoko fa so omudi nya nkunimdie no.
Congratulate them. They played badly. We lost the game. We didn't play well. We Kotoko take his chance. We lost. I don't want to say anything about anybody. I have a time to talk with the boys and everybody.
Na Abubakar Watara jina omenko performance no enye games na na mulusu yembisa pressure wo oni utim ne so ana ena o se dabi enyo no coach no kwa ena pressure wo ne so the whole team no ena pressure wo mo so sense o mo hia point no no mo dia survival relegation.
Me personally, yes. No. Why? I'm not in but you're the coach. Pressure. We are not in the pressure. The team, we are under pressure. But me alone. Take the, what do you call all the team? We are under pressure because we need a point to survive.
Abubakar Watara ena okika brofo no eyiyi ne mako te se mu ahwegu abuomu a osesa no na Amos Frempon former captain erema Kumasi Asante Kotoko si on the day no ade aboa Kotoko mo mutumi wini game no ene se Kotoko boys no show character nkane bi no mo Amos Frempon edebo game edema Kotoko boys no so kire so my ready so mo pese o mu ku mo edema Asante Kotoko eno na aboa mo nyankunimdie no.
Well I no mo kasa and then no character or show and make my say character make us say those days near hono your matches biano near the same because this game no where they were ready to die for Asante Kotoko and it me the 2 goals now Yaji has mom 3 points mebo
Amos Frempon former captain Asante Kotoko no watenen kano ne kwakra mu no coach Malik Jaber former player former coach edema Asante Kotoko o se nani agiye pa se o matumi ahyetima ya friend Accra Heart of Folk nani agi ankasa na we kire se Asante Kotoko team no o mo nsan akra.
I'm happy we beat her. I know she say Yansan akakakra. I'm happy. I'm very happy today. Oh, I know the administrative lapses in
Coach Malik Jabel, former player coach Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Watin and Kan Ebusia, your money to Ewa Manone, not young fans, 17 city, I mean, Chassia, and from Fibo, Quefeni, Chelsea, catching an answer, and a mutual, you know, or money or manager, a friend Mauricio Pochettino, a party with Ebusia said Jabiwa, a Jabi Ediade, Intimino Case Chelsea, a new coach. Now, Ome Rem El Bobo Kwa, your friend Leicester City, Akache, Italian manager a friend Enzo Marescano and a Bobo Kwe friend Chelsea any editing komodu echida manager na Jatum or so you convinced Chelsea project no a very exciting intinde wa Jatum say opeso obedi djuma edema Chelsea as a manager me no ka say Bobo Kwe friend Chelsea o mane Leicester City etwetwen komo esane say obi enton akokọ bedi akwa na ne ametie ne say Leicester City for no o maka Chelsea so mo pe coach ne dia compensation 10 million pounds on betua na omonfa coach no emfa konti akato na bro na Enzo Maresca efi Leicester City no abe new manager edi amabobo kwa efene Chelsea ayede wonsam edi etu anim Hansi Flick Nancy na Barcelona after so many Xavi a party ways no omane ne kwa agreement say German manager eme new manager emfa amabobo kwa ye friend Barcelona nyame admoch na obe touch it down e Barcelona no officially no wa be sign the contract no until June 2026 na why manager Eddie Amabobo kwa your friend Barcelona Aston Villa so no or manager friend Unai Emery no why extending the contract until June 2029 into 5 years contract and a Unai Emery assign out na Aston Villa na wedini juma Eddie Amon ebusia yenyina we suna goodie mu nsama ye boabo no yemfa ensimi amede agudie mu nsama na eba na di ameje so no eya yesu ano de hye apakan GH the Blessed King na samre de Okogyeabour take over no de sofano atwa so de ama mu husi ya ti radio so a na mo frefresa okun odwene wa won tiase
hwan no
menim kra ade unim se me ti radio so kasa me ntumi mpeke
na wo frɛ wo
wa fresa be 50 minutes
o fra ka tro so o fra ka so otie o
mama kra ebi o ha na wa fa kiro boko
na unim de ntia
davi
ɛna me hu wona ka sa wo be yedi ye ai nam ka sa wo be yedi nti me hu wona na msa sa me boabo am fa asa no me ntwa kura anope no me hu wona me yam hye na na pakan obi ware ada okwa wadi ana so okwa wade
se baby okwa ye na asase na okwa so no bible so ewo ni nifu so esene wo so
wo de wo ahwe asenso wo da fo wi na wo ko tu quotation
na me ka kire wo asase na okwa so na so wado
what are the TT brothers what are the TT brothers traffic light wo da fam kra wo so ifu
da fam kra me wo me nan kra se quotations ne de
ma membra won chensa Ghana ni na ye ni nkomo me pa cha sofa na ye nsu ensofa eno ne ma ye wo hene mo na pa kan mo ye ha afiba wo ba ifu boy me pa cha Dr. Papa Kwasi Indium aba bontia bekasa wo kire mu se GN Bank no a eguo ni nyina no wo the secret ni wo ye pie wo se wo the sika kase ebo aban we besia 2019 say aban ni fentua contractors neka ana mampani Akufo-Addo ene MPP for entua enu nti se wo mo twa omho beka say GN Bank no na woni ahode a na chese aban we wo mo ya no makokone fo me pa cha nkomo no eni ewoje ne san 0534 050199 0534 050199 and 0593 4065 65. Good evening.
Wafa.
Me wafa say.
Wafa se ba ko pe.
Sa Kwadwo community 11.
Sa Kwadwo community 11.
Mamenti osak.
Wafa. Se Ghana ba ye sa na se ko sindum no ye MPP ni. Se ko sindum no MPP ni na so ati ne party nti na nu nti na se obo no fo. Eni se Ghana ba ye se dia na se Ghana ba wa nye ni ye ka.
Medas say when to me enyina so ugina so a no anya botre wate medas 0534050199 0593 406565. Good evening. Once when to me enyina so my memfa ha good evening.
Yeah, eja.
Me pacho di de self free free hen.
Pacho mi bisa se
Sir, Obi de Okanu Nhyiraba, say no dey be court. Na say one father court there, say ne na kwante nkasa sa.
Tinka papa kwasi ndum court won.
O dey be court.
Okay. Me that's good evening.
Good evening, Papa.
Me one fast be ni.
One fast play am Tracy Santo.
Santo, mama ntie we.
Ofa. Akufo de esa wanya de.
Da be kase mampani Akufo nya o classmate no me ofa ase.
Ofa me sorry.
Mo to aso.
Ya mampani no so Akufo. Oyi ofa me sa wanya de. U de nipa neka u momot me agu nipa minjuma. Esa enya fine. So mba mode no first kan ma papa me. That is all.
Me da say good evening.
Fine, me ofa ba ko pe.
Me ofa asbe ni e wadaroma.
Set sakumo no.
Set mama ntie we.
Oh, ya ma pani wanya de fra. Na de wo papa we idea se wo ni team no wa bo busia say obo awon na bibi akoyi no asem ni bank account. Wanya de. Ya de no ofa.
Me da say kafra wonso wantimi anyina so mama emfa ha. Good evening.
Good evening.
Me ofa asbe ni e. Nana ya frefre hefa.
Aguna inkum.
Mama ntie onfi aguna inkum.
Your mom penny wanyade. The nipa na bo wa besia and you share so now why does what the alliances. Then all ka say on fan alliances someone. We nipa no mo ye jumo pa kwesi ndi banka o mo betina ifina. And asam ketwa. Na me ye jumo ho bo so ni utualo over 1.5 billion. Only one region. One month fee. And the month and only review some.
Okay. May I say, me pacho, we are my last caller. Good evening. Me pacho, good evening. Me pacho, me who ya line ni break him until one can ye. Oh, Kafra, me until one can, my men found out. Good evening. Hey, there be adiwe etwamu 1973 etwamu kura medase medina we so mentimi emfa afrafo no ebiem Kofi Taylor ana ede yan eko Facebook no eso na yesare so a opele DJ Hitman wone mo betena se yefra na awoso wo be woso mu amade besi asise ken na ansa na yebekro no moma yesima ba akopɛ na yemfa eyen kai boyi ento amoso emamo adehye
DLFM 106.9
Aranata Everyday Bra So be everyday
DLFM 106.9
So be
DLFM 106.9
Maranatha Yangabrade
DLFM 106.9
Everybody Jesus Christo Asama Wasachra Mrs. Obiba Everybody Jesus Christo Asama Wasachra Maranatha Yenya we so na yensan ema yetiefo ne yahwefo nyina akwaba ebraso se eye enkai bo ba ko a abekensa anwumre no yede esom edom etiefo ene yahwefo empani se de na kirate anyu ono ana epam anade ade ato ne nso enye ono ana eyi enunti ebre we so a eya na ye besere mu adaje ese mu we maso na mumfa maso ne mobre enfam yen kakra ekwana busua pani anase chief mona opani a wotie yi paso ene ekwana abusua nana ochrebu ama a wodi nkan woye ekwana hene ewo achem kotoku ene abusua enkae ni nyina ede awerho wosu ni agyaadwo ese edom ne mpempem ayi ese womo baba womo niaba wono mo wafase wono mo bibia wono mo maame madam Ophelia Akwa na yebone mrane se sister nana echa edaya wansori ebusua kiremu a madam Ophelia Akwa a ye freno sister nana echa yewo na fiapem ahankunu aduonum ensia ana wadane to ho efra ntoma ne tentimu emfinhia mpenu ene aduonu nan emu ba mo wo ene no edi apere nanso wo kurade enkwanti manyinti awiakete na wobra aduane siso ba mo wo eka enchini guye ema ekom ede enkwada menye okasa dupon atutu amadabre abowotwe kwabere janka enunti abusuansi emfanto adofo ni ajanfo nyina nim se na ye ho hyehyeye ne sei ana etie abusuansi wo mo besre apesre bie ni ho no way keeping enunti misre mo ada mo nhye no so emabusuan no emayen ekwo na busua chief mona nana ochre buama a wodi nkan ekwo na hene ewo achem kotoku esi yemfa kasafidie so ensra dofo nyina ese memeneda eye June bosmeneda toso enwotwe ewo afimo no yede ye maame madam Ophelia Akwa aka sister nana echa yede ne beto mpam ewo wono ankasa ne papa eye the late Ocran Kwadwo Bedu Akwa ono ani fie a eni Roman asore no edi enhwani mu anase eni Roman Catholic School no edi enhwani mu PWD camp Newtown achem oda abusua kirem se wodne beto mpam ahemachi nonum kopem se no nwotwe ebebo apamu abusua kire se obema kwan amadofo ema eni agyamfo aba behwe maame anim eye ebere a wobia to ho no nonum eye anopatututu ahemachi nonum kopem se no nwotwe ebebo apamu abusua kire se wofiri ho no mu a wobepaja emu no memene da no a edi akọ eye Roman Catholic Primary School Park eye PWD camp Newtown achem oda eye anopa nonkono na ewufo som no waye no ewo ho abusua kirem se wofiri ho no mu a wobema emu no so edi akọ public cemetery anase krono na musieye ewo achim odan na wakopa ye maame the late Madam Ophelia Akwa sister Nana Echa wakopa ne kurabre abusuya kire se wo fra musiye hon mo a obesa abetena se na eye no ne mpompon so wode atoa so na wanom wonde hye no echi sikasa send your Bible kan de besie bia no ye de aseda ema wotwe de ampon Nyankopɔn ti ekona abusuya ene eyipaso hene nana okyerebo ama wodi nkan ekona hene awo akyem kotoko se ne kwasiada wodi Nyankopɔn ena ase bema no eye na ase som eno nti kwasiada no eye June bosome ne da etoso enkono efin champenu ene aduonu enan ewo Muzama Church International ewo achem odan kwasiada no anopa no nkono abusuya kyerɛ sɛ de ato wɔ mo no emu odu na wobehia wabasa ansa na watimi amaso abusuya kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛwo na to wo a anka Madam Ophelia Akwa nka wontwentwɛn ne nase anka obeba ɛno nti ebre we su a ana wo hia wo kɛse efire sɛ abusuya no atoba ha emprempre we abusuya akyerɛ mu a wobɛhwɛ wanim sɛ wobɛba na wabebu abusuya no na wonde hye no nso wakura na chi kura yeda mo ase
DLFM 106.9.
mepacha ewrade waba awie na ebra asoyin na mepacha wada emrante miensa mebom di amonye me so present se Boache Isaac Emmanuel Listowo Bafo ana Desmond Ken mepamcha mo amonim sa amrante we no momo wonom amane se wonom national ID cards aba bedi ye nchen ewo DLFM ha Boache Isaac no ne Ghana card ne passport ene ne voters ID card ana abedi ye nchen ana Emmanuel Listowo Bafo nso ne Ghana card ene ne national health insurance card eno so abedi ye nchen ana Desmond Ken enso ne Ghana card me pacha wodofo bi ne fan wo fom ana wode ebeja yese ye mohu dawuro se ne be ya adofo emiesa so wo mte yenka wo mo nso ebetimi age free se eye national particulars a se won kita ebetimi do how kese abre wo pa no nti se muni mo mo na mama wo direction to DLFM ye wo Agboba Junction ye ne Wisconsin International University College no ana edi enhwani mu nti mo ba ha no mo a emrantie miensa monsa ebetimi aka monuama no ayira no yada mo nyina ase ye se de bidin kakan ye so so a DJ Hitman wodi awoso ebeto am so akopem se nondu ebebo eye kasada ene nwumpa stay tuned edi amaje so eye gangster katia mita ekura kronkron Okogyeabour Ocran mene sofo pani a wahwe ase
Nhyiraba
better
Kwadwo Sammy bia migusu gina me nanso a de aduro de mafiri mu kura